I don't want us to have it. I'm going to do very coolly.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us this or promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
Good afternoon and many thanks for joining us on BeeTv News Update at 3. My name is Harmony Agbafor and now to the news in details. Ahead of the much anticipated BeeTv News second anniversary celebration, the management of the organization is pleased to announce that Right Reverend Dr. Matthew A. Okpebolo, the chairman and managing director of Ray Royal Construction Company and a noted philanthropist and clergyman, has been invited to serve as guest of honor at organization's second anniversary celebration and the official launch of the BeeTv News Foundation scheduled for Saturday, October 18, 2025. At the Victor Waifo Creative Hub, Airport Road, Benin City. Right Reverend Dr. Okpebolo is widely recognized in Edo State, Nigeria and beyond for a rare combination of business leadership, community investment and faith-driven service. He founded what is today Ray Royal Construction Company, an engineering and construction group that has delivered roads, bridges and healthcare infrastructure across Edo State and beyond, and has repeatedly used his resources to support education, healthcare and social welfare projects. Across recent years, Right Reverend Dr. Okpebolo has funded and overseen high-impact projects that address urgent community needs. Notable examples include sponsorship of the construction of an accident and emergency facility, donations to specialist hospitals, and the establishment of a geriatric care and research center. Acts of philanthropy that have drawn praise from medical and civic leaders for their practical, life-changing impact. Beyond infrastructure and charity, Right Reverend Dr. Okpebolo's life story is one of sustained commitment to human development. A clergyman with decades of ministry, he has combined pastoral care with social entrepreneurship, earning honorary doctorates in recognition of his community work and service. His leadership of Ray Royal has also created employment and skill opportunities for many Nigerians, helping to strengthen local economies. BeeTv News invited Right Reverend Dr. Okpebolo because his record of civic investment mirrors the mission of the BeeTv News Foundation to translate storytelling into tangible social impact. His acceptance as guest of honor will underscore the foundation's pledge to support education, health, agriculture, and youth empowerment initiatives across Edo State and serve as a public example of private sector partnerships for community development. Best Orator, MD CEO of BeeTv News said the organization is deeply honored that Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo has accepted the invitation to serve as guest of honor. His practical generosity and long record of service to Nigerians inspire what the BeeTv News Foundation seeks to achieve, turning platforms into projects, headlines into help, and stories into sustained community uplift. The BeeTv News second anniversary will gather public leaders, media practitioners, community advocates, and private sector partners for an evening of reflection, recognition, and a call to collective action under the theme, Nigeria's Future, Bleak or Bright, the Role of the Media. The program will include a keynote address, the presentation of the BeeTv News Icon of the Year Award, cultural showcases, and the launch of the BeeTv News Foundation. In another development, the All Progressive Congress APC in Kano State has taken steps to resolve internal divisions by presenting a united front and reaffirming its full support for President Bola Tinubu's administration. A unity meeting attended by key party leaders and members from across the states was held in Abuja. The report.
Despite the unease and the political differences that have characterized the party in the state, APC leaders at the Kano stakeholders meeting have reaffirmed their commitment to the renewed hope agenda of President Tinubu. Their new resolve focused on the need for international cohesion and loyalty to the current leadership, while they emphasized that political disagreements are a natural part of any robust democracy. The overriding goal remains the success of the party and the nation.
We are here in order to congratulate ourselves. We are here and we have resolved that we will continue to work very hard to ensure that we succeed in the next gubernatorial election in Kano State.
In the next 1 to 2 months, Mr. President will come to Kano to lay foundation for the light rail project in Kano State. That project will cost more than $1 billion US, and of course, is going to be one of the most important projects in the northern Nigeria. So for someone to say Mr. President is not interested in the north or in Kano State is all politics. And Kano State in 2027 will come all out and vote the President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The gathering also served as an opportunity for the Kano APC to express its gratitude to the President for providing developmental projects in the region.
I said my former national chairman, we are behind him, we are solely behind him because he loves us. We have never asked for anything from him that he has done for us. He has established several things for us, several institutional violence, several development projects, and so on and so forth.
This move by the Kano APC stakeholders to rally behind the president signals a strategic effort to consolidate influence and demonstrate stability, and an attempt to secure their political relevance in the face of evolving national party dynamics. Gosgift Omone, reporting for BeeTv News.
The leadership of the opposition coalition has demanded that its members resign from their current political parties and join the African Democratic Congress fully. Although it gave no specific deadline for the transition, the Punch reports. The National Publicity Secretary of the ADC, Bolaji Abdullahi, stated this in Abuja on Thursday, following a caucus meeting that included senior party leaders and prominent political figures. The All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party have dismissed the directive by the African Democratic Congress, directing prospective members in other parties to decamp to the ADC ahead of the 2027 general elections. The APC and PDP said the move by the coalition posed no threat and would have no impact on them, since the ADC was introduced in July 2nd as the coalition platform to challenge President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 elections. A few opposition leaders have switched parties to join it. However, most have yet to formally leave their existing parties. For instance, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar left the People's Democratic Party but has not officially joined the ADC. Similarly, Peter Obi, the Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, and several others continue to remain in their respective parties despite associating themselves with the coalition. Abdullahi also stated that all matters related to the African Democratic Association have now been resolved. He also mentioned that the National Working Committee will soon release the schedule for primary elections in Osun and Ekiti states in preparation for the upcoming off-cycle governorship polls. Attendees at the meeting included National Chairman David Mark, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, National Secretary Ogbeni Rauf, and former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasser El-Rufai. Former Sokoto State Governor Senator Aminu Tambuwal and former Rivers State Governor Chibike Amechi. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo has stated that President Bola Tinubu has ended decades of career stagnation in Nigeria's paramilitary services through reforms focused on merit, improved welfare and accelerated promotions. The minister was speaking at the declaration of newly appointed senior officers of the 4 paramilitary agencies under the Ministry of Interior. The 4 agencies are Nigeria Immigration Service, Nigeria Correctional Service, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, and Federal Fire Service. Dr. Tunji-Ojo emphasized that the elevation is as a result of presidential approval and based on merit, competence, and transparent processes.
Controllers and Commandants General, we convey our heartfelt thanks to God Almighty who has made this day possible. We also express our profound gratitude to the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for entrusting us with these distinguished appointments, which bespeak His unshakable confidence in our abilities.
There is none of you, not one of you, has this appointment on the basis of nepotism or any. You deserve your appointment. You deserve it. When we came on board, we said appointment to the rank of DCG, because it's not just a promotion, it's an appointment. Because if you're good enough to be DCG, you should be good enough to be CG. That's the truth. And we said appointment will be based on seniority and competence, all combined. Your exams, you did exams, marked, conducted and marked by the Nigerian Army Resource Center independently. Their result was what the board ratified.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has declared open a training session for operatives of the Nigeria Police Force on the newly established criminal database systems. The training is aimed at equipping officers at zonal divisions and state levels with the skill to manage and preserve crime data. The IGP explained that the criminal database initiative marks a new era in Nigerian policing where intelligence data and predictive analysis will drive security operations.
This initiative is part of our broader police reform agenda. For too long, Nigeria policing has been limited by weak records, scattered files, and fragmented intelligence. That era ends today. With the support of the federal government and our partners, we are building a system where every arrest is recorded, every case is documented, and every officer is accountable. No case will vanish into forgotten files. No conviction will disappear into silence. And let me add that this reform is not for the police alone, it is for the Nigerian people.
You're still watching BeeTv News Update at 3. Do stay with us while we go on a short break.
My people of Edo State, development is not a miracle. It is the result of responsibility and action. You want good roads, quality hospitals, schools, jobs for our youth? Then you must understand this simple truth. Government cannot perform without your tax. Government will fix schools, build roads, light up communities. If the people pay their tax, that's how governance works. It is not about politics. It is about progress. When you pay your tax, you are not helping the government. You are helping yourself. You are helping your family and your future. Don't wait to be chased. Do the right thing. Be part of building the new Edo State. Pay your tax with pride. Let us build Edo together. This message is brought to you by Edo State Internal Revenue Service, EIRS, administering revenue for service and development.
Special invitation, 10 years of fond memories. The MU Odubu and Osunde families, both of Orion local government area of Edo State, specially invite you to the 10-year memorial Thanksgiving service of our daughter, wife, mother, and grandmother, Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu, taking place on Sunday, the 28th day of September 2025 at St. Francis Catholic Church, College Road off Ekema Road, Benin City, Edo State at 8:30 a.m. The Thanksgiving service will be followed by a reception thereafter at Gloria Garden, Frederick Hall, number 14, Commercial Avenue off Ikpopan Road, GRA, Benin City, Edo State at 1 p.m. Mommy, 10 years ago seems like just 10 days ago. We miss you now and always. However, we are consoled by the good legacy you left behind and the motherly care and advice that you gave us. Continue to rest our dear mommy until we meet again to part no more. Signed, His Excellency, Right Honorable Dr. Pius Igberare Odubu, former Deputy Governor, Edo State. Today, we raise our voices, our hearts, and our songs in celebration of Ariaje, a woman of substance, a pillar of excellence, Mrs. Sonia Louis Ulame, a mother with a golden heart, a leader with vision, a friend to many, and a shining light to all. On this special day, we celebrate your grace, your wisdom, your kindness, and the countless lives you continue to inspire. Happy birthday, my dear wife, Mrs. Sonia Louis Ulame. May your days overflow with joy, your path with success, and your years with endless blessings. Today, tomorrow, and always, I will always celebrate you. Congratulations, my dear wife, for clocking another 365 days on planet Earth. This message is from your husband, Mr. Louis Ulame, Okaigele of Ohun Community.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now let's move to other developments. Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has stated that the will to fight remains the most critical factor in determining the success of failure in warfare. He made the remark at the opening of the Thoughts of Qatar 2025 Defense Headquarters and Services Transformation Seminar in Abuja. Air Marshal Abubakar explained that while modern equipment and welfare support are vital, the morale, loyalty, and resilience of troops remain the intangible assets that must be constantly reinforced.
Remain resolute, and we must remain resolute and unwavering in our commitment to defend the territorial integrity of the country and ensure security of lives and property. It is therefore necessary to sustain the tempo, ability, and will of our personnel to fight as government continues to provide modern equipment and other resources to prosecute the war against terrorism, insurgency, banditry, as well as other forms of violent crimes across the country. While the best technology could be deployed and improved welfare services provided, intangible assets like unit and personnel doggedness, loyalty, and the will to fight the adversary must be guarded at all costs from being degraded.
Now it's time for business news. 4 major Nigerian banks, United Bank for Africa, UBA, Zenith Bank, Guarantee Trust Holding Company GTCO, and Stanbic IBTC Holdings have declared interim dividends totaling approximately 135.49 billion naira for the half-year period ended June 30th, 2025. Let's join BeeTv News Evelyn Izibili for details and more from the business world.
According to financial statements filed with the Nigerian Exchange Limited, Stanbic IBTC Holdings paid the highest interim dividend at 2.50 naira per 50 kobo ordinary share, amounting to 39.75 billion naira, subject to applicable withholding tax and regulatory approvals. Shareholders recorded in the company's register by October 6, 2025 are eligible for the payout. The announcement comes amid regulatory scrutiny over capital adequacy and provisioning levels, particularly for banks operating under regulatory forbearance. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) confirmed it had evaluated banks with large credit exposures and breaches of single obligor limits before issuing guidance on dividend payouts. Affected institutions have indicated efforts to resolve issues that required forbearance and to return to normal dividend distribution schedules. Data from Resonance Capital Africa shows that 6 Nigerian banks currently hold a combined $3.52 billion in forbearance loans. Following the recent Monetary Policy Committee meeting, the CBN announced that all forbearance and waivers on single obligors have been terminated. The MPC stated that the termination was intended to improve transparency, risk management, and long-term financial stability in the sector. With regulatory conditions easing, analysts project that more banks will resume dividend payments in the upcoming quarters, further boosting investor confidence in Nigerian banking sector. MasterCard has expanded its strategic partnership with Smile ID, a pan-African identity verification provider, to accelerate the deployment of secure digital identity solutions across the continent. The extended collaboration aims to support banks, fintechs, telecoms, mobile money operators, and other enterprises in streamlining customer onboarding, reducing identity-related fraud, and complying with Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering regulations. The partnership integrates MasterCard identity and fraud prevention technologies with Smile ID capabilities in biometric verification and access to local government databases. The system enables real-time digital identity verification designed to function effectively across African markets and digital channels. As part of the agreement, MasterCard has made a minority equity investment in Smile ID, reinforcing its long-term interest in digital financial inclusion in Africa. The collaboration also positioned MasterCard to offer Smile ID's tools through its platform, enabling clients to conduct faster, more secure onboarding processes. Smile ID's integration with government and priority data sources provide enhanced coverage and authentication accuracy. The initiative aligns with the growing need for trusted digital identity infrastructure, especially as Africa's digital economy is projected to reach $1.5 trillion by 2030. The partnership is expected to support financial inclusion, prevent synthetic identity fraud, and facilitate cross-border digital commerce. The National Union of Electricity Employees (NUEE) has suspended its nationwide strike after the federal government intervened in the disputes involving the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) and the National Independent System Operators. The suspension followed a meeting convened by the Minister of Power in Abuja on Thursday with support from the Federal Ministry of Labour. The meeting included representatives from NUEE and the Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies. During the negotiations, all parties signed a memorandum of understanding outlining steps to address the union's long-standing demands. As part of the agreement, a review of the report by a government-established committee on workers' grievances is scheduled for October 6th and 7th, 2025. Implementation of the agreed resolution is expected to begin by the end of the month. The MOU includes commitment from TCN and NISO to jointly assess the financial implications of the recommendations and develop an implementation plan. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission also agreed to expedite tariff reviews to enable execution of the reports. The agreement guarantees that no employee will be penalized for participating in the strike. The strike had resulted in the closure of the Oshogbo Regional Office, one of TCN's key operational centers, raising fears of nationwide blackout. A similar action by NUEE in June 2024 had disrupted power supply across several states. The resolution temporarily halts the industrial action, though the union had warned that failure to implement the agreements could result in a resumption of the strike. Evelyn Izibili reporting for BeeTv News.
A scene that has become increasingly common on rivers this year, dinghies and boats carrying undocumented migrants arriving from Libya. Most of them originate from Sudan, Egypt, Pakistan and Bangladesh. The reports. This tiny island off the coast of Crete has become part of a new migration route to Europe. Of the 30,000 asylum seekers Greece has received this year, more than half have arrived this way. Signs of their perilous journey litter the island. Slipshod boats built for a one-way journey, some locals are becoming alarmed. The captain of the local ferry has transported many refugees. That's something the government is trying to change. It suspended asylum rights for arrival from Libya in July, but these images suggest the suspension isn't deterring everyone. 2 years ago, the government was emphasizing the need for more workers for the economy. That has given way to pressure to show it can control migration. Some people wonder whether these restrictive policies will work, like this restaurant from Crete. Life barely clings to the soils of Ravos, but it is the soil where many are increasingly seeking a new life. The question is whether Europe is still open to integrating these newcomers. Harmony Agbafo, reporting for BeeTv News.
Now moving on to the entertainment world, Nigerian singer Ira Star has been ranked the top female Afrobeat and artist globally over the past year. According to data released by Spotify, at age 22, Ira Star leads the charts based on streaming metrics, surpassing other notable female Afrobeat artists. Also, American teen influencer Zuza Bean dies at 14 after battle with cancer. Let's join our entertainment
Grammy Award-winning Nigerian artist ranked second. Limbiaka, an American Cameroonian singer, placed third. The fourth and fifth positions were occupied by Aya Nakamura, a Malian-French artist, and Dako, a UK-based Nigerian artist, respectively. South African singer Tyler, despite receiving international recognition in the Afrobeat scene, was not included in the top 5 list. Spotify also released a regional breakdown of Afrobeat influence in Latin America. Rema ranked first. Driven by the global success of his hit song Calm Down, Ira Star ranked second in the region, followed by CK, whose track Love Wantinti continues to perform well. Burna Boy and Wizkid completed the list, reflecting Nigeria's continued dominance in the global Afrobeat market. Nigerian musician Oluwatobiloba Daniel Anidugbe, professionally known as Kiss Daniel, has denied reports circulating online that his bank accounts were frozen and that he is involved in a legal dispute requiring him to pay 200,000 euros in damages. The singer issued an official statement on Thursday categorically denying the existence of any court case of frozen financial assets. He also announced plans to initiate legal proceedings against the individuals or entities responsible for disseminating this false information. There is no public record of any legal action or court judgment involving Kiss Daniel, as alleged in the viral report. American social media influencer Zuza Bean has died at the age of 14 following an 11-year battle with acute myeloid leukemia. She passed away on September 22, 2025. Zuza was diagnosed with AML, a form of blood cancer, at a young age and underwent extensive treatment, including 3 bone marrow transplants and 5 cancer relapses over more than a decade. She gained prominence on social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok, where she documented her cancer journey and advocated for childhood cancer awareness. Her posts frequently included awareness campaigns, hashtags, and educational content about living with AML. Zuza is survived by her parents, Ryan Bain, a physician assistant, and Dagmara Bain, a PhD holder in integrative medicine and health specialist. She also leaves behind her brother, Finn Bain, who, along with her parents, played a supportive role throughout her illness. Her death occurred shortly after her mother, Dagmara Bain, experienced the passing of her young brother, Olaf Steinbar, marking it a period of dual bereavement for the family. Zuza was born on September 9, 2011 and spent most of her life undergoing intensive cancer treatment while building a large online following focused on health advocacy. And that is it from the entertainment world. Goskift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's all for the afternoon bulletin. More developments will be coming later in the day. I am Harmony Agbafor, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
I don't want to harm you. I'm going to do very, very coolly.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us this